Hello, mermaids and barnacle boys. Welcome back to another video. I am so sorry that I have been gone for like 2 weeks. I've just been doing like so much stuff with like work, classes, and I've been doing a lot of like chores around the house, been cleaning up. But thankfully, for today only, hopefully I can do one Friday, I am going to be making a video, as you can see right here, because I got nothing else to do. I do have to do, school stuff and all that, but you know what? I got plenty of time, so there's no need to rush. But you probably heard from my last video, we're going to be going over like how to use Pixilart, what do you, like all the like the tools and like basics when, starting off with a new canvas and all that. So, once you go on here, you click the start drawing here, or create account right here, do that, you can already go in, make your account, all that, ask your parents or your guardian first. You can also do right here the login or sign in. But once you enter the front page of Pixilart, you can either click here or click here to start drawing. So we're gonna click right here. I'll explain that later on. And you can see you'll be presented with blank canvas. Now, unfortunately, the max is 700 pixels. So if you're wanting to do one that's like, I don't know, let's say like 30,000, or like you want the width to be 700, but you want the height to be 30,000. Click new drawing. It's just gonna give you this, which is that. So unfortunately, you just can't make bigger drawings. So again, the max is basically 700. So unfortunately, but of course you can go in, like click, scroll with the mouse, the middle mouse, to make your own width and height, and also right here if you chose to. You can select a color palette right here, which I will be going over later on. Click new drawing here. There are daily challenges, so you can see, like today's entries if you are interested. And it presents, like different, like canvas sizes, so 500, 256 by 144, random, and like these other ones. There are bases if you are interested in making, like kind of like getting a jump start on like, stuff you want to like do, and like, yeah, you get the point. Yeah, abstract accessories, animals, blah 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 blah, and like food and like other stuff. Now open Pixel. Now what that is, so if I just go on a blank canvas and just do, let's do 100 by 100, and I just the pencil tool, which I will be going over, and I just go in and be like, oh, my computer has an experience of crashing. I'm going to save this. So I go in here at save as .pixel. So I just go in and just like that. Click OK. You can see it close right here. Now if I just refresh it, and you can see it does save right here. That's because, like in settings right here, I have auto save on, but if I turn that off, it won't save it. But if it somehow your computer crashes, you can go into open.pixel, and you will see right here it has saved it. And you just click open right there, and it has saved the drawing that I was working on. So there's that. Now open image, that's basically different. You can basically like open image you have saved like on your computer. So basically why I'm zooming in for this is because like it does open up like like your file explorer, and my real name is basically exposed, so I don't want y'all to see my real name. You could probably have like an ideal like thought of like what my real name is, but hey, some people just don't know. But yeah, if you go to open image, it'll basically let you like go in and like open up like a image that you have saved like on your computer with like your folders and stuff. So let's just do this one right here, and it says this is located in and you click OK, and there you go. Now with opening images, it doesn't really allow you to save. When you like log in, it will allow you to like save it, but you can like only save it as like, you know, like photos. But if you want to like, you know, like go in and just like edit like some kind of like funny text like on the top and make this like a meme, you can go in, you know, like download it and, you know, increase the size of it, put on, you know, like different like accounts like web, Twitter, Facebook. I'll be going over this pretty much. But that's basically how to use these two. Now, settings, I'll be going over tutorials. You can like go in like your own spare time and you can check out like updates for that. But for now, let's put in our own. Let's do random. Now, what's this? 200 by 120. That's honestly perfect. So now, you can see you are presented with a blank canvas. Now, if you are familiar with Photoshop or have seen or have heard of Photoshop, and if you looked at images on like how to start on with a blank canvas, you can kind of like get the ideal image with that. You can basically like compare the two if you take this with like an image of Photoshop. Now on your right, see right here, you're presented with your tools. You got pencil, eraser, and like all these other fun ones right here, which will we be going over right now. And you'll be getting ads like these. Get out of here. So your pencil tool, basically self-explanatory. Just made a weird looking E for some reason. Don't know why. But yeah, that's basically a pencil. Very self-explanatory, and Pixel Perfect here is basically like, if you're just like going in, like, you can see right here, like, with stuff like this basically kind of like, you know, like, straightens it out. Kind of. Well, it does and it doesn't, but, you know, you get the idea. Okay, that happened. Eraser tool. Oh, also, you can increase the size. The max is 24, so you can do and like fill and stuff. We'll just leave that for now. Eraser tool. You can see right here, there are some options right here. Strength, if you lower this down, basically depends on how much you want its strength to be. It'll erase like, you know, like not all of it, but partially of it, so you can like put in like some detail and stuff. And as you increase it, the more you increase like its strength, the more it will erase. Put it all the way. Erase entirely. Single one basically will do that. It doesn't really make a difference, but there's the mirror tool, mirror X, which does this, and mirror Y, which does that. So kind of like some mirroring effects, so you can get like some cool, like kind of like art going on. That is the eraser tool. Brush tool, you can see right here. You can increase the size. It's alpha, which does that. It's spacing, which also like does that. It doesn't really. I don't really like use these. I don't really use the brush tool. I basically use more the line tool, which I'll be going over. Tracking, which does that. Turn it off. Here, let me just. So here's it. Here's the brush with tracking on. Here's it with tracking off. There are similarities, but you know, you can see solid color right there. And go to here. You can assign a custom brush or use a different kind of brush. So you can see right here with like different ones and all of that. Next is the tool that I actually use instead of the line. It's a line tool. I actually use this a lot because when I go in, I could just like do stuff like this. While with the, you know, like pencil tool, it kind of just, you know, does that and it makes it all sloppy. But if you don't want that, you could just use the Pixel Perfect to make perfect, you know, like shapes like that. Yeah, I basically use the line tool for everything. When making a drawing canvas. Fun fact. So yeah, that's what the line tool, you got OS lines, which basically kind of like strains it out, so you can do stuff like that. also is the erase option, which also does that. Mirroring and all that other fancy jazz that you want to do. Whatnot. See, you got, like squares. There's only, as of right now, there's only a square and a circle. Hopefully, they'll make it so like where you can do like other ones, like a star or like a triangle, like other stuff. But you can see right here, as I go around, I don't think there's like a way to like make it perfect, but of course you can go in and edit. There's the fill in, which does that, and there's the erase, which also does that as well. And of course, you can increase its size. And let's just get over. You have the move tool, so when you're doing stuff, you want to like move it around, you can just do that. There. Circle tool, same thing, but with this one, you have its ratio, which allows you to get a perfect circle, and the center basically just does it like that. I know I don't sound like, I know this is kind of boring for you guys, but like, what am I supposed to do? Be like, all right guys, let's get right into it. Like, no one wants that. That's just cringy. Bucket tool, basically like, like all similar colors. So if I just, which I could go over and just blah, 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 blah. Or you could do like color swatches. So like the shortcut for that is X, and if I just do that, you can see it will do that. But if I do something like awesome colors on black and find the white, it will do that. And if I just fill in the empty areas, it will do something like that. And it will clear this one. Also will clear up pixels, but you can also do that with clicking this one and doing that. Pick a pattern, basically like if you go into stamps and like do that, I'll go over that with the stamps later on. Eyedropper tool, very self-explanatory. We all know how to like use this. Now the crop tool is something really cool. So let's just make some squares here. Actually, let's just there we go. Now let's go into the crop tool. See, there are different ones. You got lasso tool, polygon tool, wand tool, and wand all colors tool. Now, see, of course, you hover over it, you can move it around, but if you hover a thing, like one area, it will only move that certain piece. Now this, you can increase its size, and you can also rotate it, like so. And it won't be, perfect. Of course, there's some like spots where it's like lighter than it is, but see, right there. What it does. There. Polygon lasso tool. Can't exactly remember. What this one does. I don't really use like these other like tools. Like, how do I stop it? How do I stop this? Yeah, I don't know what the polygon tool does, but with the wand tool, what the heck? Okay, so the wand tool does that, and wand all colors, it will do that as well. Whee! This is new to me because I don't really use one, but like lasso tool, just use lasso. It will do that like so. Very, very useful. And you have these other ones right here, which you can go over by yourself. I'm just kind of like going over the basics for you. Text tool, yeah. You know, like self-explanatory. Everyone knows what that is. This is the light and darken tool, which you can tell what it basically does. Yeah, self-explanatory. Yeah, of course, strength. Increase its strength. And do mirror and lighter. Also, you know, darken as well. So yeah. Also with this, because if you just do that, you can go to the select tool, see align left, align right, center, top, and bottom, or paradox, which will do that. This right here is the death ring tool, which does that. I don't really like use this a lot, but I know like some other like professional artists like use this for like detailing stuff with like different colors. So if you kind of like want to have like a cool effect while making art, this one will definitely be the one for you. Now the stamp tool. Stamp tool is, you know, is useful in different ways. You know, like you have stuff, you have the popular, new, favorite, and private. These two you have to be like, you know, logged in order to like, you know, sorry, just a little stretch there, in order to like, you know, make your own stamps and, you know, favorite them as much. But if, you know, we go into new, see, let's click the xenomorph, and you could put in, you know, increase its size, all of that. And there you go. Spray can tool, this is kind of cool. You can increase its size, you can do that, increase its speed, give it like an effect, opacity. I don't know what the capacity does. Oh, it does that. Duh. And of course, it will erase that. So if you don't like what you're seeing, you can just erase it. Alright, the granite tool. This is cool, because it can do stuff like this. And this. Pretty sick, huh? Now, of course, we're doing transparent, so if I just go into here, kind of like select a color, let's do that. And let's do like a blue, and we click this off. There we go. We can do stuff like this. Now the radial, I don't know what this, ooh, it does that. Oh, I didn't even know about this for sure. This is cool. Oh, that's cool. Of course, you know, with different layers, you could do that. So yeah, bucket fill. I don't know what the bucket fill does. I just did something, huh? Well, it does that, okay. Bucket all colors. Yeah, it's a little weird. Well, you get the idea. And there's the, you know, the hand tool, which if you're going in, zooming in, you can just like go and like look around, all of that. Oh, and you can zoom in by using the little like scroll on your mouse. Now this one is the filter tool. Didn't really use this. I don't know what this does. Hold on. Let's just do that. Oh, okay. See right here, we're kind of like making a blur effect. But then if we go out, actually let's do that, go back, increase this brush size. See right here, we're giving it a kind of a blur. Now we could do like grayscale right here, speeda, invert, contrast, and brightness. So that's cool. You know, like the bigger brush, you do like cool effects like that. I didn't even know that. I should probably use that when making drawings, huh? This is all new to me too. And of course, you can increase this canvas size however you want. And if you want to undo something, you can go up here or Control C to do that. And to redo something, you just hit Control I. There are shortcuts you can see by hovering over them, but me personally, I don't really use the shortcuts because I just like going and click it. Because even though I've been doing Pixilart for like since 2019, I don't really use shortcut. I just go and just like click around it. But you know, you guys can, you know, of course, use the shortcuts as well. All right, so that's basically kind of like the basic tools right here, and we're already 20 minutes into this. Oh boy. Okay, so if you go right here, you can click home, create full screen, which does that. Well, I didn't even know that. Cool. Of course, you know, gallery tutorials, contest about, and you know, there's an app too, which is free, by the way. I also have it as well. You go file, new, resize canvas, all that stuff, open, import files. I don't know if y'all saw my name there, but if you did, oh well. Oh, let's see here. What if we just... Oh, valid. Okay, so like, you just have to like use like a valid thing. You could probably export, download files, all that other stuff, open files, and all that other fancy jazz. Colors, there's a palette. Oh, you can, let's see, show palette. So here are the palettes. Now you can see there are a whole bunch of different ones. You got trending, popular, new, liked, and private. See like all these other ones right here. There's ones that kind of like liked, private ones, new, trending. Now you can use these and it will show right here. You can use these colors for whenever you are making, if you're like, oh, I want to use a different palette. You can either go here or you can click on colors right here and just like go into the palettes. But you know, you could absorb colors, import colors, export colors, apply palette, all that fancy jazz. Again, you could do whatever you want. Use any kind of like palette you want to use when making, you know, professional like drawings and all of that. What the heck did I just do? I don't know what I just... Don't know what just happened. See, layers, there's filters, all that, but they're all like right here too. The horizontal fill, invert, outline, all that stuff. Settings, here's like the nitty-gritty stuff. Tracing, I use the tracing tool, and not because, you know, like I take people's work and I traced over it and I claim it's mine and blah blah blah. It's because I use this a lot when making like, you know, like art. So example, like let's say I click on this, and if let's say I wanna, here's kind of like how I make my drawing. So I go to here, I go into, you know, things, I click, and now you can do cover, you could do contain, and you could, or you could just, or just fit. There we go. Now, like, when making, like, stuff like this for SpongeBob example, I basically just, like, draw over it, so, like, I do SpongeBob, like, differently, draw over Patrick, all that other stuff. I basically, like, draw over it, then what I do is that I make my entirely own style. That's basically how, like, I make my art, basically. So the tracing tool definitely does, like, help me. Just don't trace like other people's art, guys. Just don't. Be original, be creative. That's my tip of the day. But yeah, we could just go in, you could turn that off. And I turn that off and just draw my own. So that's how I make my drawings. Languages, you got Spanish. I'll say you want to keep that on. So that is on right now. Make sure you keep that thing on. No matter how bad your computer is, you go lighter theme, which is horrible. I don't know why you would want that, but whatever. Good God, turn that off. Set, different icons. If you want, you could see by like showing like on the side, which is really cool. I think this is the default one, which I don't know, looks pretty cool. Yeah, there's a whole entirely, different one. So if you want like a different style and stuff, icon, mouse. I don't know what that really means. Set mouse icon only. We'll just keep that. Set layers, color palettes. You gotta start grid, which will show that. Yeah, if you zoom in, you can see the grid on it. So yeah, that's what it does. I'm gonna keep that off for now, though. Checkers, which is basically, the little things. You can turn that off as well. Background pattern, you can generate your own onion skin. I don't know what that is. Top onion skin, log frame, blah blah, pixel perfect, random, colors, global depth ring, all that stuff, blah. Key bindings, you can see all the other ones right here. You can save the drawing, new drawing. You can make your own font if you ever feel like it, and like all the other stuff. But for now, we're just gonna do that. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So with the so if you turn your mouse icon, if that's off, you will see your mouse. But when you turn it on, it will show like the icons of like the tools. So, that's honestly kind of cool. I like that. Well, it's not gonna do for all of them, but we're just gonna turn that off for now. I don't know what I made here. Okay. Did that just glitch for some reason? Did you see that? That glitched for no reason. Okay, so next thing we're gonna look at is colors. You can see you have the default right here, which, like, you can use it for, like, whenever. And whenever you make a new color, it saves it right here. And if you right click, it will delete it, like so. So you can see, like, there's, common ones, skin tones, Metro, Rainbow Dash. No, not. I know what you're thinking, like, oh, from My Little Pony. No, I don't think they mean that. Pastel Rainbow, which is the ones you saved here, and the cool colors. But for now, we're just gonna go with the default. See right here, you can add a layer, and you can move the layer. But if you want to use this, you can do that. Layer properties, you can name it. delete a layer, duplicate layer, and merge layers up and down. You actually like go in and just there we go. Just kind of like zoom in, be a bit more professional here. No, get out of here, ad. See, this is the zoom right here. This is a zoom. Which will do that if you just zoom in like all the way. I don't know why you would want that, but again, it's your choice. See, preview, layers, you know, like all this cool stuff right here. Options, rainbow colors, death ring, global death ring, all that stuff. Tools and colors right here, if you ever so want to. But yeah. And I think the last thing is that, the best part about Pixilart, you can make GIFs. Let me tell you, you can make GIFs. So if you click on GIF frames, you could see when coloring, well, actually you can go in and you can lock the frames right here, and it will lock it, preventing you to, you know, for this to go down like always. So right here in GIF frames, when you color it, and if you want to add a frame and do like something like that, and you click preview, it will do something like that. Of course, if you want to slow it down, you can go right here, and there are different speeds. So if you like want to do that, so it will do that like so. Of course, you can delete it. You can, you know, like do all this, you know, cool stuff, all that. You know, you can move frames and stuff. So yeah, you can make GIFs, which is awesome. And I have made a couple GIFs before. You know, they're time consuming, but you know, a lot of fun to make, I have to say. All right, and that it. Am I about done here? Make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, we went over this. We went over all the tools. Went over like the layers and stuff. And you know, it shows like, you know, your mouse right here. You know, your canvas size. All of that. You can add in the color. And if I told you that before, you're gonna increase the size like right here. You could delete a palette if you want. You can, you know, add your own, all that other cool stuff. And there's the filters. I almost forgot about them. So when making stuff, and you can move this around whenever you so choose. Come on, ad, get out here. We'll just move it right here for now. When you're making stuff, I can change the color of the hue to something different. Increase its brightness. Contrast, I can, you know, make it lighter, darker. Grayscale, hold on. Do that. Blur, we'll simply do that for effect. Drop shadow, and drops out Y, and drops out blur, drops out opacity, like so. So yeah, I think that's about everything. I know it's kind of boring because I don't sound too excited, but again, you know, like not all, like, you know, people like reviewing stuff is gonna be like so like ambitious about, you know, reviewing, like, you know, like programs like these. They're just gonna be like, you know, nonchalant and all that. But yeah, that's basically how to like make art on a blank canvas in Pixilart. I hope this was basically fun for you. It was fun for me because there was some stuff here that I didn't know about, and thankfully I might use it for your upcoming drawings. And I would want you guys to know, if you want to see future videos of me actually making pixel art, you know, step by step, how I, you know, make them, how I, you know, like upload them and all that, please please tell me, because I can certainly do that. I'll probably, make like a bunch of them and, like save them for like other times to like upload on, my Tuesdays and Fridays. Maybe I'll try to like do like other days, maybe like Thursdays or something, depending on the time that I have. But yeah, that is basically it for today's video. It's good to be back in making more videos and such. I know I don't have, very many subscribers, but, I'm trying my best, guys. I'm really trying my best. So, thank you so much for watching, and if you like what you see here, and you want to see more content like this on my channel, then I think you know the drill by now. Click the subscribe buttons, make sure you can join the family along, click the bell icon so you'll stay notified when new videos come out. Like the video, comment, share with friends, family, dog, pet, animal, whatever, and all that. And I'll be seeing all of you lovely people in the next video. Bye bye.